Good morning, Michelle Kaufman. I wanted to know if you could speak about the influence of all Argentinians that would be present in this match. Oscar was telling us earlier that you'll have some mate cup instead of football. So could you tell us a little bit more about Argentinians? You know them better than us. Hi. Yes, it will be a very nice match, a very fun match. And yeah, I'm very happy, personally speaking, because we will have lots of Argentinians, lots of friends, and hopefully it will be a great match for everyone. Vladimir, give me a chat, the microphone, real quick. Thanks so much, Angel. How are you? Vladimir Garcia de TUDN. I'd like to ask you about how you feel about being invited to the national team. You'll be sharing with the Messi and the Paul. How you feel about that? And what you feel about playing against your playmates. Well, I knew that I was in the pre-list of the national team yesterday when we arrived in Miami. So I'm very, very happy always being able to be in the national team and representing my country. And yeah, tomorrow I'll play against great friends, great colleagues, but they'll want to win their match, and from our end, we'll want to win our match, and we're preparing everything and try to win. The first row, please. Hi, Angel, Roberto Flores. So beyond the friendship that you have with all of them, with your ex colleagues from the national team, you have Rodrigo de Paul in Atlético de Madrid, but beyond friendship, how to make sure that that does not play a role in the court and that because you'll try to harm the team and win the game for your team. Well, I know them very well. I know the kind of players that they are. They're highly competitive beyond the respect and love we have. We'll they'll try to win, and we'll try to win with in our entire staff, and we'll try to do things as best as possible in order to qualify. Saka. Ashley said that for Once Diario. I'd like to ask if you're aware that because of the performance you've had in Tigres, you are the player to stop. And I'm telling you this because in Zona Mixta, we heard that you are working very hard because of the goals you've scored. Marcelo spoke very well about you. Well, I'm very happy because of the performance that I'm having in this time. And when I first got to Tigres, I said that I was very prepared to compete with great enthusiasm and well, and the team has supported me very well since the very first moment I got to the club. My teammates, my coach, they made me feel very comfortable as well as my family. And I saw the performance reflected on the court right away. And well, to continue this path, to keep helping my team, that's the most important thing to me. El Norte, Juan Carlos Jimenez from El Norte Monterrey. Well, I know that Messi is your friend, that you have a friendship, but how can you stop Leo Messi? How to stop Messi? And if Tigre has those tools? Well, I played against him and I've suffered against him lots of time in Spain. It's nicer having him in your team, of course, but well, even the technical staff will prepare the match to stop his idea, because they're a great team, that they score lots of goals. So we have to work on that because we've been, well, we started the season pretty well, but of course, there are things that we have to improve. And the coach knows that, Guido knows that, and he's going to tell us about that, and hopefully we'll have a great match. Fernando, hey, how are you? For ESPN and Inter Miami Radio. I have a question that does not have to do anything with your Argentinian friends, with your uh, players, friends, but the Mexican fans, even if we want to cover that. Well, there's always a clash between Mexican fans and there's this rivalry. They fight against the Argentine national team. The Pio Herrera says that they're not rival because he says that Mexico's not at the same level of the achievements of Hugo. So how do you how did you feel when you arrived in Mexico? How do you see that? Well, I can tell you a little bit about what I've experienced since the first moment. I feel that Mexican fans really enjoy soccer. They experience it. They're very passionate. I'm in a club such as Tigres, that lives this very close. The fans are always there when we're training. So those are the opinions that some journalists have, just as you're saying. And I think that we're very similar because they are very passionate about soccer, both Mexicans and Argentinian. Ángel Felipe San Román, Diario Le. What are the differences that you see in these first matches with the wearing the Tigers jersey and competing with CONCACAF? And well, they spoke about Rodrigo and Messi. Wanted to know if you spoke anything with them before this match. Well, I was talking a little bit with Rory. I haven't seen him yet because I don't know at what time he's training. But if I don't see him today, I'll see them tomorrow and I'll say hello to them tomorrow. But well, I can tell you about my experience, the experience that I'm living now in Mexico. It is a very competitive league, and I'm very amazed at that teams are very well worked. There's some cities that you have to play, and it's sometimes um, very hot, or there's high altitude or humidity, and things get complicated because of this. Fernando Petrecholi por Diario ha sido Latino. You're still young. You had a great stage in Atlético de Madrid, and you decided to come back to America. You take these as a stepping stone? Are you coming back to Europe in the future? Do you think that a door is closed already? No, well, I don't know. I haven't been here for a long time in Mexico. It's a decision that I took with my family. I needed to close a chapter that I had in El Atlético. Now I'm starting a new one. I'm very happy for this moment. I met this amazing group that have treated me great since the first moment. My family is feeling very comfortable. Monterrey is an amazing city, and as of now, I'm enjoying the present. Ángelos Armando Rodríguez de Deporte Total. Messi was not present today in the open training to us. Does Inter Miami change a lot without Messi? And if you were amazed that Rodrigo de Paul selected MLS for continuing in his career, given he's still quite young. Well, Guido will prepare the match that he think is necessary so that we try to win. And we know that they are a very strong team, that they are a high quality team, and we'll have to have a big effort to try to undermine, counteract this. And well, about Rodrigo, he knew about my situation. He knew that I was living Atletico. He told me he also had the possibility of coming here. And well, it's probably a decision that he took, that he needed, and that makes him happy being here in this great team. And I'm happy for him. Second row, Kai Angel Nacho Garcia, Cadena Cope. I wanted to ask you about the change of role of playing in Atlético de Madrid, sometimes in the shadows, without much contribution in the bench, and suddenly being here in Tigres and being the player that everyone's paying attention to. And in from Atlético, would you have liked to say goodbye differently to Atlético? And after 11 years, I don't know, probably you would have liked to say goodbye to the fans at the stadium in a more special way. Well, yes, the farewell at the Atletico, it was something that I knew already. And the last local match that we played, I said goodbye to everyone the way I did. And then it was the decision of the club until the decision of Mundial de Clubs. Miguel Angel didn't want me to go. Jolo told me that it was my decision, that I had one more year left on my contract, but I felt that I was done, that I was not having a good time, that I needed a different thing, a change in my life. And my family and I decided to come to this great club that's Tigres, and now I'm enjoying the present that I've had. No, I always recall I always did the same thing, playing soccer. More or less, it was always the decision of the coach here, like in the Atletico. I'm always ready to play, to train, and that's the coach's decision. The last question, Angel. So you are also meeting again with Luis Suarez. You shared an attack and athletic. And I wanted to ask you how you remember that stage, sharing the attack with him. And why is it so complicated to athletic to win, to earn these titles? We're speaking about 3 leagues in 30 years. Thanks so much. Well, yes, I I have a huge affection for Luis and the time we spent together at Atletico and in the court. I know what he is as a player, but I keep him as a person. He's a great person. I really love him. And yeah, tomorrow it will be great to see him to play against him. And I know that he's highly competitive. He will surely want to win for his team. The game will be nice, but Atletico is very well aware, and every year they work for fighting and winning. They have two Bs, that's Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's really very hard to keep the pace, but Cholo knows the path. He knows how to do it. Now they signed some great players, and I wish them the very best, and hopefully they'll win a title this year. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.